Okay, good morning and welcome to my channel. I don't normally cover anything other than housing, but as a YouTube creator and a person that makes videos, I would be crazy not to cover the election, okay? Because that's what's on everybody's mind right now. I could make a video about how to get Section 8 housing, but I don't think that people are interested in watching that as a present, okay? There's a lot going on with this, and I have some reservations. Now, I must warn everybody because of YouTube policies towards remaining advertiser friendly. There are certain words I cannot use, and so we'll be switching those out for more friendly words, okay? So, the first thing I'd like to say is, I find it concerning that we're boarding up stores and different things around the nation in anticipation of some unrest, okay? And another thing is, we've had fences around the White House before. I think it's sad that we need to do that. I understand that this is for the protection of the President of the United States. So I understand his position. We certainly don't want any chaos happening there. But I was really hoping the election would not de-evolve into something that's going to be, without respect. For those of you that don't know me, I have never voted for an American president in my life. In fact, I've never voted for any office, period. It's just I have no interest in politics. I can safely say that the country usually makes a decision that's usually appropriate. Sometimes I may not always agree. In a perfect world, I would probably take the best of both and then make a president out of that, but that's not how reality works, okay? So the country will speak for itself, and they'll elect who they'd like to elect. Now, for the purposes of my channel, I'd like to say that, the one thing that I always do focus on, as this channel is about housing, is which candidate's offering the better deal. And I think that it's clear that the universal housing voucher through Joe Biden would be a better selection compared to a $10 billion reduction during a pandemic against HUD housing, okay? That is the only thing that I focused on. I understand that both candidates are offering many other things that are good for the country. Trump's focus has been on the economy, and that's an extremely important issue right now. However, for my channel's purposes and the people and landlords and investors that I deal with, I think that the housing issue is the one thing that I'm looking for in both candidates, and I think I have my own answer and opinion there, okay? So, I just want to remind everybody that, we have a lot of mail-in ballots left, and this election may go on throughout the day and may even go on to several more days. But I'm hoping that everybody remains respectful, shows constraint, and let the process work as it should. I don't look. People are elected, 4 years, sometimes 8 years, and then we move on. This is just the process of things. Okay, people taking this far too personally. And a good example is I have two neighbors, one of which is a Democrat and one is a Republican. They're both excellent friends, but the interesting thing is I'm a neutral person. So whenever they step in their backyard, I can hear their conversations. Okay. And one of the things I find so fascinating is, despite these two being pretty good friends, when I walk in my backyard and I hear them on the phone, some of the things being said, eavesdropping, I guess that's what I'm doing. Some of the things that are being said on both of their phones is not so nice. Okay, so I think that this election, I wish it would hurry up and be done. I hope that the country doesn't end up on fire and looted or other things like that, because that would be an unfortunate and situation for everybody involved. So, for you Republicans and you Democrats, look, the election will end soon, and then life will move on, and we should accept that the country, the will of the country, will go whatever direction that it needs to go. Okay, and then in another 4 years, I suppose we can do this all again. Hopefully this time we're not going to have a big blowout over it. Okay, I think that both candidates have shown a lot of restraint. I know that Trump is he puts on a pretty good show. He's very entertaining, and that's definitely interesting about him. And Biden, they call him Sleepy Joe. I wish he was a little bit more lively, but you get what you get. Both these men are pretty old. So anyways, I'm going to close this out with saying one thing. All this should always be about being an American, and our concerns should be our health and safety in this country. We're going through a pandemic. We want people to be healthy. when this pandemic has destroyed part of our economy, what we should be focusing on as all neighbors and all human beings and all Americans is whether or not we have housing. A lot of people are getting evicted. So for us to create some red and blue line in the yard when we're all affected in the same way as Americans is ridiculous. So I just hope that the country will come out in a better position in the next few days. Okay? Thank you for joining me, and we hope to see you again.